One of the hottest new features of iOS 4.1 is Game Center. Game Center is a relatively new platform that basically takes a lot of what Microsoft did with Xbox Live and imports it onto the Apple platform. You get achievements, massive multiplayer against other players, friends, different things like that that really open up a wide world of opportunities for iPod Touch and iPhone owners. One of the drawbacks with Game Center is that since it is currently a pretty new platform, there are a sparse amount of games that really take advantage of it at the moment, and the games that do take advantage of it are mostly paid. Now, if you're like me and you don't really like to shell out a lot of money on apps, this can be a problem. Thankfully, there is a developer that has made a game for Game Center that is currently free, and we have to give big kudos to Godzilla Lab, whatever they want to call it, for creating StarDunk. StarDunk is an amazingly addictive, fun game that takes advantage of Game Center and allows players to experience it without having to shell out a ton of money. Game Center is relatively, not Game Center, StarDunk is a relatively new app in the App Store. It takes 22.2 MB out of your space on your iPod Touch or iPhone, and it is a relatively high battery drain depending on how much you play it or different things like that. So let's start up the app. Let's see. There we go. It is a side facing game. Now, one of the first things you want to notice is you do get the Game Center login screen when you first log in. This game is almost entirely paid for by ads. You'll see ads over there, and you'll see ads when you finish a round. Now, there are a few different features that you want to see. First, you have your play button, which allows you to play. I'm not going to play online at the moment because that would probably be pretty annoying with the purpose of the review. StarDunk is actually pretty cool because it allows you to basically fling your basketball, I just missed badly, into the hoop. I was going to say contest because it's an offline contest, but when you start up, your goal is to take this basketball and get it into this basket over here. Now you're going to notice that there's also, let me see if I can put this up there. You can notice that there's also little bars over here. Your goal is to light those up, because if you do, you'll get different power-ups that can make your basketball or StarDunk ball more powerful. So let's just see, get that. Now in the case of this ball that I currently have, the power-up is a meteor with a multi-ball. So when you shoot, you get 2 balls. This can rack up score points and make the game relatively interesting. Now you're going to see this timer up here. This is how long your contest is going to last. Your goal is to get as many points as you possibly can before the contest ends. Now, StarDunk is pretty cool. It's a little bit difficult to get used to shooting. It's actually a little bit difficult to get used to shooting upside down like I am right now. But it's definitely a fun time sink, and if you're playing online against other people, it does require a good amount of skill and getting used to in order to compete, basically. Now, let's just exit out of there. We're back in the game. You're going to notice that there are a variety of balls. I have not unlocked them all, but they each give you different abilities, different speeds, strengths, multipliers, just different things that make it actually pretty interesting and give you a reason to want to try to unlock them all. Now, there are also a couple of themes that you currently have access to. They are pretty sparse, but they do keep things interesting. The glow theme can be unlocked once you play 20 matches or something like that. Moki theme, you have to have and own I Love Moki, and this one you get right from the beginning. So let's just head back. You're also going to notice that you have leaderboards where you can see how people have been doing recently. You also have achievements, which takes you right to Game Center. Shows you what type of achievements. Now there are a multitude of achievements you can unlock. A lot of them have different things to do with how many clean shots you can get from not hitting the backboard, how many games you play, different things like that. Different little things that you can do in order to unlock that. In the settings menu, you have a sound off option. You have effects. You have music. You have left hand or right hand version, which can be particularly helpful if you're lefty or righty. And you have a full tutorial. Let's get this back. Just rounding it off, you also have your online offline mode button over here, and you also have access to Godzilla Labs Plus mode. You can choose to take part in that if you wish. There's nothing making you take part in that. This Game Center is better. At the end of every match, you're going to get a little close-up where you can shoot your ball. Nothing really amazing, but it does add a little bit of the effect. Graphics are good. A very flowing game. I did notice a lot of lag on my old iPod Touch 2nd generation. On the new iPhone and iPod Touch 4, you do not have that problem. I just think it's because the new processor handles the motion a lot better than the old one, which is a good thing. It is playable on the older platforms, but it can get a little bit annoying, so I would not recommend it if you have an old one, unless you are willing to put up with those little nagging issues. It is a free game, so if you want to download it, there's really not much you have to lose. It's addicting. I mean, I've played this game more than I care to mention, and just the thought of getting all the achievements, if you're an achievement type of person, really good concept. As I said, this game is free on the App Store. Definitely worth your time if you were looking for a good time sink and just want to have fun. Looking for achievements, different things like that. Definitely recommend StarDunk. Kudos to Godzilla Lab for making it. And that is basically it. That is my review. Thank you for watching today, and I hope you have a great day. Keep subscribe, rate, comment. It's really appreciated. Thank you.